In this video, I'll show you some of the many behavioral consequences of stress. In my last video, I talked about occupational consequences of unmanaged stress. Now let's talk about behavioral consequences, which are often associated with occupational performance. In a previous video, I mentioned that stress can be seen on a continuum. It's not, are you stressed, yes or no? A better question is, to what extent are you stressed? You might handle low-level stressors really well, and there's no difference in your behavior. But if you go through a when it rains it pours period where many stressors hit you all at once, that might be a different story. Stephen Covey said, "It's not what happens to us, but our response to what happens to us that hurts us." Think about how you're different when you're super stressed. Many people typically tend to drive differently when they're stressed. Remember, stress is an umbrella term and includes multiple life-depleting emotions. It's well documented that stress is associated with road rage. In one survey, 56% of men reported experiencing road rage daily versus 44% of women. Just a quick side note, more men admitted to retaliating against other drivers when they felt angry or provoked. Substance abuse is another behavioral reaction associated with stress or life-depleting emotions. Not surprisingly, there's an increase in substance abuse when people are dealing with a stressful emotion from a stressful event. And stressful experiences increase vulnerability to relapse among those who quit using the substance even after prolonged abstinence. So it may have been a long time since they used whatever substance, but they start up again during or after a particularly stressful time. Stress has been shown to be associated with first-time experimentation of a substance. The problems with using any type of substance to feel good and or escape life-depleting emotions are: 1, it reinforces continued use because it works temporarily. You don't feel as bad while using. And number 2, it doesn't decrease or eliminate the stressor. It doesn't solve the problem. Violence. Several studies show that many people become more aggressive and violent when they're stressed. Eating behaviors are affected by stress. People tend to eat more calories and they tend to eat unhealthy foods during stressful times. It should be noted that sometimes it depends on the stressor and the type of life-depleting emotion. For example, some people might eat less when they're feeling depressed and more when they're feeling anxious. Stress has been shown to impact athletic performance in multiple types of sports. Of course, it depends on the individual athlete, but results of one study indicate that too little stress prior to competition had the same effect as too much stress. They both hindered performance. So some stress appears to be ideal in terms of athletic performance. The same might be true for academic performance. Being too relaxed and laid back when studying for an exam might negatively affect your score just as being too stressed. Finding that sweet spot where you psych yourself up, not too little but not too much, is ideal. The key is to, number 1, recognize when stress is negatively affecting you. And number 2, I know this sounds like a no-brainer, but doing something about it. Intentionally engaging in a coping and or relaxing technique that helps alleviate the stress. Road rage, substance abuse, violence, and eating are increased when stress levels are elevated and athletic performance is decreased. Next time, we'll talk about how to cope with life-depleting emotions. What can you do to better manage stress and become more emotionally resilient?